going on, y'all? What's going on, everybody? Ah, man, we're not gonna be long tonight. I think I'm gonna try to keep this down to an hour. We're definitely doing a part 4. Okay. Just for the sake of brevity and time. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Yes, we're doing another late Umar live because we got to do it because he left off on some a point he was making with a young man talking about a custody case, and I was like, oh, I gotta finish that up. So we'll probably do a good 30, 45 minutes. And then there's another video I want to show after that where he's still talking about opening a school up, knowing he's lying like hell. So as you guys come in, hit the like button. For those who have to do the replay, feel free to put it on like 1.5 speed. It'll be funnier. Thank you all so much for supporting me over in the Candace Owens live. That was a fantastic live stream. Thank y'all so much for your support. What's going? Amy is a new member. Thank you so much, Amy. What's going on, Tavares? How you doing, Snow Bunnies? Oh man, that point that he left out with the video where he's talking to this kid about the custody thing. I was like, I gotta see at least 30 minutes. This is an hour 27 minutes. I gotta get at least 30 minutes of this in. Like, we're gonna have a stopping point, I guess, between his calls. We'll stop at like the 38-minute mark and then have a part 4 tomorrow. Yeah, that's where we'll stop. So we do 38 minutes of this, and then I got a second video I want to show you all because he out here talking about, yeah, we're gonna open up the school. We're gonna open it up. It's gonna get open. Like, no, it's not. Hey, seriously. He lies like he's breathing air. So yeah, this is something else. I wanted to finish this up where he was talking to the young man about the custody case. So we're gonna get 38 minutes in, then do the second video, and then make that quick and finish it up tomorrow in part 4. Oh, that's gonna be good. So make sure you guys hit that like button. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Another Umar Late Live. We're gonna go ahead and get started. What's going on, Francisca? Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm not gonna keep you guys too much longer. I appreciate you all, especially my mods. Shout out to my mods. I appreciate you all so much. You have no idea how much it means to me for you guys to be supportive like this. It is fantastic. So if you all are ready, I'm ready. Okay. Because he was talking to this young man about the custody case. And that's where this video picks up. So put a 1 in the chat if you can see it here. And we're going to go ahead and get to it.
They beat me to family court. Said I abused her. I had nothing to do with it. It was the other guy. But they tried to throw it on me, and they went into court with these fake pictures of domestic abuse. And I beat the case easily because, number one, I had my police report where the police officer told me to buy a gun to protect them. She lied and told the judge I bought the gun to threaten her life and shoot her. I was able to beat that because I had the police report. And then the makeup that her crazy mother used to paint so-called bruises on her body, I was able to beat that because I asked the judge to ask her to stand up and show you a single bruise on her body. A single bruise. And the judge said, if this just happened to you last week, you should still have a bruise. Guess what? She couldn't show a single bruise because she used makeup. And I told the judge, this ain't nothing but makeup. I don't put my hands on women. Tell her to stand up and show your bruise. She couldn't show your bruise. And she got nasty with the judge. And the judge almost had her arrested in court for that. So I'm telling you, these women will go out of their way. And guess what? Their mother will help them. Your child's grandmother, if she's trifling, like my daughter's grandmothers were, they will work with the daughter to destroy.
And yet he still did not get custody. First of all, Umar, it's called contempt. And they may not have you arrested right away. They could give her a sanction or a fine, but you're not even using the correct terminology in this. And you still did not get custody. So I find it hard to believe anything he's saying right now.
Your life, because you got black women out here, not all of them, but some of them who hate black men. They hate black men. And if you got a baby mom who hate black men and don't respect black fatherhood, brother, you got a long fight. But like I said, be careful and fight for your baby because she didn't ask to be here.
Situation similar.
What is he doing?
And she had pulled my firearm out on me. We wasn't even arguing. It was just she went in and just pointed it at me, but the police was called.
But wait, time out. How'd she get access to your firearm, bro?
I keep my firearm in a drawer. I don't have a safe. I guess that could be on me.
Okay, so why she know where the gun was at?
What?
I bring it with me before I go. Like before I leave out the house, I get it out the drawer.
You got to be more careful than that, bro. She shouldn't even. I mean, yeah, she can know you got a gun. I would prefer she don't even know you got a gun, but keep it locked up, keep it somewhere where she don't have access to it. Because the last thing you need is for her to turn around and say you pulled out the gun on her and you tried to threaten her with it. And why are you still being involved with a woman who's putting you in these kind of situations?
Well, that was early in the year, and she said she just did it in a
They
joking
just
manner.
broke
She
up.
did it as a joke? That's not a joke, bro. That's not a joke.
She said it wasn't one in the chamber, but the police still ended up being called. And when the police got called, she admitted to the officers of what she did or whatever. And they had asked me if I would like to proceed with pressing charges, but I declined because it's like she's early.
First of all, Umar, you thunkhead. You're sitting here asking him something that just happened. He said they just broke up a couple weeks before she was due. And she has a temporary protection order granted against him. He can't even communicate with her, let alone go around her. So he's not saying what he did wrong still in this situation. This is picking up from where the first video left off. And it was like literally in the middle of the conversation where this young man called in. He was talking about more of a custody matter than anything. And Umar was telling him, well, you shouldn't be dealing with her. And, she's putting you through all this stuff. You need to keep fighting until you can't fight anymore to get, custody. He calls it partial custody. It's called joint custody, Umar, because you're an idiot. And he doesn't ever ask the young man, okay, what did you do in this scenario? Because if you're saying you could not go see her in the hospital, you cannot communicate with her or call her, then it sounds like the restraining order that she filed against you was granted. So what's going on? What happened with you two? And you tell me what you did. He may not have been completely honest, but he would have had to say something. But now he's sitting here acting like he's so confused. Umar doesn't even take time to even spend time with his own kids, let alone try to work out something with their mothers. What a clown.
In her pregnancy, and who wants to see, their child's mother go to jail or have to go to this place? Like,
are you coochie whipped by this woman?
What's going on, Rim Rum?
Are you coochie whipped about this woman?
What?
Are you in love with her Cinnabons and peach cobbler?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
You better get out of it. You better get out of it, brother. She will destroy you if you don't get your head back on your shoulders.
Umar hates women. Shout out to Rim Rum. Thank you so much for tuning in. If I get one of my mods to, please, I know it's late, please drop the link for Rim Rum's YouTube channel in the chat. That would be fantastic. That way we can make sure he gets some support. Shout out to you. We're not going to be long, you guys. We're only going to get up to 38 minutes in this, and then we're going to check out a second shorter video of him lying about, FDMG as always. And then we'll finish up part 4 tomorrow, where we'll finish out the rest of this video. Because I do recognize it's late and my son has to go to school in the morning. I got to work. So we're not going to be too long, but I just had to finish up this portion of the video, at least where he finishes out this call, because this kid right here needs an attorney. And he's sitting here telling him all this nonsense that has nothing to do with the custody case, nor is he asking him, what did you do to cause a judge to have a protection order signed against you? If the judge signed it, obviously the judge felt that it was necessary and warranted. So what did you do? This is insane.
Many of men have been destroyed by the vagina.
Oh,
you don't
God.
want to be one of them, sir.
It's so disgusting.
One thing about me, I love peach cobbler and Cinnabons like any other man, but my work is too important to me. My work, my mission in this world is too important to me. No woman is ever going to have me wrapped up between her legs, but she'll have me put myself in a compromising position. Never. There's no cobbler on earth that Dr. Umar will risk his life and livelihood for, bro. And you better develop the same mentality. The only thing you should be a slave to is the Almighty God. That's it. Anything under God should not be able to control you like that, sir. And if that woman know that she got you between her legs like that, bro, she owns you. And that woman can lead you into any type of situation she wants. You better get control over yourself.
Didn't we watch a interview where he did with dumbass Nick Cannon, who doesn't believe that marriage existed before the 12th century in England? Where he's literally talking about getting 2 wives. Umar wants 2 wives. So he wants to practice polygamy. That is how much he's enthralled with the female body. The fact that you have no school, Umar. Your name is not even on the deeds. You did not buy the schools. You can't even show a contract with a vendor to do any work on these bandos. You will never be able to raise $5 to $7 million from struggling Black people because you don't want money from anyone else, no other race of people, not the government. You don't want it to be a private school or charter. You don't want any of that because you don't want to have to give up a curriculum. So you rather have people who are working, living check to check. They can't be too wealthy because they're going to demand that you present some sort of evidence to show how the money is being spent. So it's got to be a bunch of people who won't ask questions, right? So he wants all these ignorant Black people to give him money. He will never get $5 to $7 million to treat mold in 2 buildings. So you haven't accomplished that goal. And you don't see your own kids. And he's got 3 kids at least with 3 different women. He doesn't even care what's happening with his oldest child right now. He won't even give us sign of life with the mother. So you're looking at a man that's unemployed, homeless, living off his mama in her closet right now. Not even trying to show proof of life. Why are you cold in that apartment? Got to keep the air on for a reason? Is it to keep the smell down or what, Umar? Like the air is blowing. He's sitting there fully dressed. Who would not be comfortable in their own home? Are you trying to slow down the process of something with a human body? Because until I see proof of life, I'm going to keep asking if she's alive. So what has Umar achieved again? Other than the art of running his damn mouth. And yet you telling this kid, you need to leave her alone. She's going to destroy your life. Your children's mothers didn't destroy your life. You're just a bum. You're a bum-ass dude, Umar. You're a bum. You've achieved nothing. And then you have the audacity to think that people are supposed to give you stuff. You're a bum. But a clown.
Control over your urges and get control over your sexual life. Okay? Because she will destroy you. Don't let your lust destroy your life, my brother.
Yeah.
All right? So you got my number. If you need to reach me, feel free to reach out.
I got you.
All right, brother. Be safe.
You ain't accomplishing
She
nothing.
took his gun, pulled it out, act like she gonna shoot him, and say it wasn't no bullet in the chamber. Negro, y'all, I don't know what y'all young boys is doing. I don't know what type of time y'all on. I don't know what type of time. Ain't no woman gonna point my gun at me and say it's just a joke, and there was no bullet in the chamber.
Hey, brother Malik.
What's she even doing picking up your gun for? Let's see. Lord have mercy. Sister.
Okay, so here's the problem that he's missing here. He never asked the young man, did the judge grant the restraining order, protection order rather, against you? Because he would have had to answer yes or no. He admitted, the young man admitted, that he cannot call or be around the young lady. So if she had the baby, he would not have been able to go to the hospital because he can't be around her. That sounds like a protection order was granted. He already admitted that she petitioned for a restraining order. But I'm sure he doesn't know the differences between the restraining order and the protection order. Protection order prevents him from being around her as well. If they got into a fight or if something occurred that warranted a judge to grant her a protection order, if she felt that her life was in danger, wouldn't she pick up a gun? Maybe that's why a protection order was granted. Perhaps he was trying to keep her from leaving. Who knows? Umar never even asked those simple questions. He never even asked. He made the assumption that the mom was wrong in the end. Never mind the fact that a court granted her a protection order. Never mind any of that. He has no idea what that boy could be calling from jail. He has no idea what that boy did to her. He didn't even try to get both sides. This is how much Umar hates women. Because he doesn't have one where he could just take advantage of them. Anytime you all hear him talk about marriage, he calls it a business. He doesn't want a marriage. He don't want love or anything like that. He wants a business. He want a woman that'll be willing to risk jacking up her credit, spending all her money to take care of his ass because he refuses to get a job. He's a bum. I ain't doing nothing.
Marigold going once. Sister Marigold going twice. Sister Marigold. Where you at, Sister Marigold? How you doing, my queen? Where you at in the world, beautiful?
I'm doing well. I'm at Winthrop University.
It's okay, Francisco.
Okay, where that's at? What city? Give me a city or state.
Yeah, we in South Carolina.
South Carolina. Go right ahead with your question, beautiful.
My question is, so I'm the president of the Global Black Studies Club on my campus. When it comes to attendance, I began to realize that a lot of Black students at my PWI don't see the value in building community and showing up for each other. What are some ways that we can begin the formation of their consciousness of recognizing that this is a need for them?
Okay. 3 things I recommend. And I'm a former Black Student Union president. I'm a former student senate officer, right? Number 1, you should have a meeting with all of the campus, with all of the Black organizations on campus, right? The organizations have to come together and stop competing with each other, the Black organizations, because at every PWI I go to, the Black organizations are not collaborating, right? You got the African Student Association over here. You got the Caribbean Student Association over here. You got the Black Student Union Association over here. You got the Deltas over there, the AKAs over there, the Zetas over here, the SG Rose over there, the Kappas over there, the Qs over there, the Zetas over there, the Alphas over there, the Groove Phi Groove over there, the Iotas over there. You can't do it like that. You got the Latino Africans over there with their own fraternity. You got to have some kind of collaboration. It's okay that everybody got their own tree, but we have to all work together in the forest, right? So if I was you, I would start having a inter-organizational meeting, a family council of all organizations. Let the leaders come together and talk about how we can work together for the greater good of all the Black students on campus, right? And you guys should agree to collaborate on at least 1 or 2 events every year where every Black organization is a part of this, right? And I also recommend, Princess, that y'all have 1 Black student orientation program with all the organizations represented. So when freshmen come to campus, when transfer students come to campus, they can see that the Black organizations are working together, and I don't have to choose one over the other one. Do you feel me? Because when freshmen come to campus, they're like, okay, I noticed that the African Student Association don't work with the Black Student Association. I know that the African Student Association don't work with the this, and I noticed that the Zetas don't get along with the AKAs. That's not fair to the freshmen. They should not have to pick and choose amongst y'all. So y'all should have a freshman orientation where all the organizations are there with all your banners, with all your leaders, with all your logos and t-shirts, and welcome them together, right? And then I also think that there should be a trip. Y'all should do some sort of a Black History trip. It could be a bus trip. Go to Harriet Tubman.
What is he talking about?
Go to the Smithsonian DC. Go to the Great Blacks and Wax Museum, right? And do a trip a year, do an event a year, do that freshman orientation together a year, and then y'all should also have a study group. There should be a Black consciousness study group on every PWI. Every PWI needs a Black consciousness study group. And if you need some book titles for that Black consciousness study group, you can text me for some book titles. And again, y'all should run it together. We got to have solidarity, because the lack of solidarity on the HBCU campus and the lack of solidarity on the PWI campus, it is a breeding ground for the lack of solidarity in the community after y'all graduate. You feel me on that, Princess?
Yes.
So that's what I want.
You can't
freshman
make
orientation with all y'all. 1 event, at least 1 event a year, all y'all. 1 trip a year, all y'all. In a study group with all y'all. That's all my 4 recommendations. Do you have my number?
No, sir.
You can inbox me. Just inbox me if you need to reach me, and I'll give you some book titles. And if y'all want Dr. Umar to come to campus, then just let me know. We can make that happen.
He pimping himself out,
I'll
y'all.
definitely reach out to you about that.
All right, Princess. Keep up the good work, and remember, no puppies.
No puppies.
All right, my queen. Be blessed, mama. Be blessed.
Thank you.
All right, now. Let's tap in again. Let's tap in again. Let's tap in again. We got any parents with questions for their children on Instagram Live? If you need to reach me by phone, 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. PayPal.me if you want to donate to Dr. Umar personally.
Y'all, he's sitting here breaking.
PayPal.me/Umar, the psychologist. Okay. Copy. That's for personal. That's not school donations. That's personal. That's not school. If it's a school donation, it's PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. All right, let's see. Sister Nye going once, Instagram Live. Sister Nye going twice, Instagram Live. Sister Nye. Where you at, Sister Nye? I got to see your face.
Oh, I'm sorry. I look a mess, Umar. I'm sorry. I'm going to come
You don't look a mess. Come on, woman.
I
all
do,
Black
Umar.
women are beautiful all day long.
Yes,
Show
I'm a beautiful
yourself.
Black queen, but I look a mess, Umar. I'm going to call back. Thank you so much. I love you, Dr. Umar.
I love you, Princess. All right.
What?
Okay, Sister Nah says she look a hot mess. Let's see the next
Why do you care about how you look, girl? I came in with a bonnet. You can't make this up. So he said he gave this advice to this girl, and y'all see him pimping out himself, right? I thought you were the most requested intellectual black scholar on, planet Venus. Because it's not here on Earth, Umar. You're not that on Earth at all. On another planet, maybe, but not here on Earth. Why are you pimping yourself out? Why are you offering your services like this? If y'all need me to come down and speak, I can. Let me know. No. He need to be kept away from these college campuses. Because he get too friendly with these college girls. And see, some of them don't know any better. They think he actually is a celebrity when he ain't. He's not anything. And the worst part is, most of these schools probably wouldn't want him to come there either. Especially considering how not only he conducts himself, but the things that he says, especially about women, and the fact that he doesn't even take care of his own kids. His daughter is about the same age as a graduating senior from college. 22, 23. I graduated when I was 22 from college. And he's not even stunned her. And he shouldn't even be doing this. There's whole state laws in Pennsylvania where he should not be sitting here giving any counseling or advice, anything that the average reasonable person would deduce to be psychological services of any kind. He already admitted he was counseling somebody. So this is crazy.
The next tap in. Let's see if Forever J want to top in. Forever J going once. Forever J going twice.
Oh.
He's such
all right. How you doing, Sister Forever J?
Finding yourself.
Where were you at in the world, Queen? What city?
Newcastle, Delaware.
Oh, you near FDMG?
Yes, I am.
The school that they say we don't own. All right.
You don't own it. You don't own
They
it.
say we don't own.
You don't.
What's your question, beautiful?
So I have a
Umar Johnson does not own.
I was wondering. Thank you. I was wondering. Do you agree with educating young kids, or whether daughter or son, and getting biracial? I mean, not biracial. I'm sorry, bilingual education.
Okay, you said biracial, so you must be crushing up on a snow puppy. Is that it?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
But
bilingual education, I support it.
Oh.
Who cares, Umar, if she was? You don't have to take care of this child. You don't even take care of your own. That's why you fight hard in court, because you're really not trying to pay child support. He's a bum.
Okay.
I support it, as long as she's getting the language equally.
Oh,
that's a Prince. I'm sorry, they so beautiful. I thought it was okay. Sorry, Prince. Good to see you. So he gonna be a future FDMG student then.
He just might.
All right. So
no, he's not.
If you want to get two languages equally, I like it. What I don't like is when they get a foreign language more than they get the English if they're going to be raised in this country. Okay. And then they go to school and now they have English language learner issues because they're getting Wolof at home, or they're getting Igbo at home, or they're getting Spanish at home. Yeah. And when they go to school, they're not understanding the language. It can affect their learning. Okay. But if he's getting whatever that second language is, if he's getting it as much as he's getting the English, I welcome it. Because the research is showing us, Queen, that children who are bilingual or trilingual, they tend to have higher IQ scores than the regular children. So we don't know why, but the thinking is when you speak more than one language, you have to access more than one part of the brain. Because as humans, we only use about 20% of it.
How you say you don't know why, and then speak to the fact that you're accessing multiple parts of the brain? Wouldn't that be a reason why? Some of the smartest people in the world were people who were multilingual. But that's because they challenge themselves to learn. They do take time to learn. That increases, brain activity. It helps you to retain and memorize information. And then you become more well-rounded and well-versed in a myriad of topics, because you're learning about other cultures and other traditions when you're learning about their language. So there's a lot you're learning through learning someone else, learning another language. There's a whole lot that goes into that. But, he says things that contradicts himself. And it's like, dude, you do not own that school. Your name is not on it, Umar.
My brain.
Exactly.
So there's a theory that when you speak multiple languages, you have to use more of your brain than what people who only speak one language use. So yes, if you can expose him to 2, 3, 4 languages, do it. Just make sure he's getting his English as much as he's getting the others, and he's good to go.
All right. Thank you so much.
And I better not catch you with no snow puppy because I heard you say biracial.
Oh, shut up, you idiot. He doesn't care. He thinks so bunnies.
Be blessed.
Umar likes snow bunnies. He likes white women. He pretends like he does, but he does.
She said biracial. Let me find out she's looking for a snow king. She looking for a snow king.
He's stupid.
Ladies, behave, ladies.
There's no way these women are sitting here trying to holler at him like this. He has no job, and he's a slob.
Let me see. We got any more? We going back to the IG tab.
He got nothing to offer.
At ease, my queens. At ease, my queens. Let me see.
Ain't nobody saying anything to him. Y'all seen anything in his chat where he's saying something to him about this? Somebody, ew, that's so gross. That's so gross.
Hello?
Brother Anwar, how's Savannah, Georgia treating you, bro?
It's treating good, so it's treating good.
I was just in Savannah, bro. I just flew back to Philly from Savannah the day before yesterday. Yes, I had to go to the Oyotunji African Village.
Somebody said you never come to LA. He might get his ass.
Oyotunji African Village. And I also had a chance to drive to Beaufort, South Carolina, and I visited the new Harriet Tubman statue that they just built outside of the Tabernacle Baptist Church in Beaufort, South Carolina. Shout out to all my Gullah Geechee Africans down there in the Low Country. Yes, sir. But go right ahead with your question, my brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had to go get some spiritual work done to get some of these coonish energies off me. I got a lot of cyber thoughts and struggle streamers.
We're gonna keep reporting on you. You better learn how to handle words, you clown. It's not our fault that you don't have a spine. You sit here and talk mad-ish. And when somebody sits here and puts out information, all of a sudden you taking it personal. You're 51 years old. You think we care about how you feel? Not when I'm putting out facts. Umar, you're a clown, boy. I don't care how you feel. Out of here. When you keep calling people struggle streamers, because I refuse to speak that into my life, you are only showing that you don't have a spine and words hurt your feelings. And who cares? You don't own anything. Your name is not on any deed or any document to show proof that you own either of those buildings. You don't own it. That information will be available to the public. You don't get to privatize that. That is public information. You don't own anything. You're bum. You need a job. Out of your mind.
Dirt on my name, so I had to go get some spiritual
power. Oh no, it's throwing dirt on my name. Oh no. Out of here.
You know what I mean? But let me throw this at you before you speak, though, bro. I haven't spoken in Savannah in a minute. So if you know of a space that we can use for the community, let me know. I wouldn't mind coming back to Savannah. I got a lot of supporters there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. I'll try to.
Exactly. I don't know what you're talking about.
Go right ahead with your question, my brother.
But so I've been watching you for a minute, and my biggest thing with you, like,
Lenny making good money.
I study a lot what you say about ADHD with black boys and all that.
Yes, sir.
And I'm really into that. So basically, growing up, I was raised by my mama mostly, and they used to always try to promote that on me growing up. But my mama she never put me on no meds, no IEP or none of that. But
she should have. It's not speaking clear English.
Who's 12 years old, and I have a little sister who's 10 years old, and they both are on IEP plans, and they both so-called have ADHD. And these past couple months, I've been trying to tell my mama like what it is, and like. Because my little brother, he prescribed with Adderall.
How long he been on it?
I want to say maybe since about 5 or 6.
5 or 6? How old is he now?
He's 12 now.
Okay, that's a little bit too long. He might be chemically addicted to that.
Yeah,
or biologically dependent on it now. I don't like them drugs. It ain't nothing but crack. I don't like them drugs.
You can't, you're not a doctor. You can't make that call.
I don't know. My mom, she kind of, I don't know if she got influenced by, I don't know, by the white psychologists or whoever else, the teachers or whatever. Because she don't, whenever I try to tell her, she don't get it. She don't try to understand it. She try to get defensive and say, oh, ADHD is real. And I did my studies on it. Like you said, it wasn't until 1980 till they added the hyperactive into just for the meds.
That's right.
Telling her this, and she don't, it don't get her. And I was just calling her, try to see what's her insight on it and how I should go about it.
I feel you.
You calling someone that's not a doctor.
Yeah, if I ever need to talk to your mom, man, just shoot me a text. But she need to get them off them drugs, man. She can go to the herbal store, bro,
No, she doesn't have to talk to you at all. And her son sounds like he needs to go back to English. And I mean like 9th grade English class. He's not even speaking clearly. I have no idea what that boy is saying. She doesn't have to talk to you. You're not an actual practicing psychologist. Just because you got a degree does not make you licensed or certified. You can't make this up. And you want to tell this woman to take her child off the medication? They don't just put you on medication out of nowhere. That's what's so crazy. He refuses to read information and share information with people because he wants to come up like he knows it all. From your mama's closet? You're an idiot. Umar, you're a freaking idiot. And you should be criminally charged if you sit here and force a woman to take her kid off of meds. Or if she does that, she should go with you. If you got a parent that's stupid enough to listen to Umar and they take their kids off some medication knowing he's not a licensed physician, they should go to jail right with his ass. Period.
Until 1980, so they added the hyperactive into it just for the meds.
That's right.
Telling you this, and it don't get her, and I was just calling to try to see what's her insight on it and how I should go about it.
I feel you on that.
He ain't said anything about you. Not at all.
If I need to talk to your mom, man, just shoot me a text. But she need to get them off them drugs, man. She can go to the herbal store, bro. There's a whole bunch. She can even go to Amazon, but there's a whole bunch of herbal alternatives, man. There's a product called Be Calm. There's a product called Kava Kava. There's a product called Calm Shot. These are herbal concoctions that you put under the tongue of a child who you believe has hyperactivity problems, and it calms the central nervous system. You know what I mean? There's a lot of natural remedies, bro. She don't need to be using.
Hey there, how you doing?
I'm gonna make the argument that they never had no ADHD anyway, and that the decision to get them evaluated and medicated was premature. The decision to get them evaluated and medicated was premature. And
exactly, Bueno.
But she has to do it under the supervision of a psychiatrist, though.
And then for me on something else, they don't have their dad in their life, and that's what.
Hold on, he
I
just
feel
said.
you on that. Yeah, if I ever need to talk to your mom, man, just shoot me a text. But she need to get them off them drugs, man. She can go to the herbal store, bro.
You can't make this up.
She can even go to Amazon, but there's a whole bunch of herbal alternatives, man. There's a product called Be Calm.
You want her to stop giving her child prescription medication to give her child something from damn Amazon? Are you out of your mind? Y'all, I promise y'all, true story. Oh, few years back, my oldest son, this is right after my ex-husband and I got split up and divorced, went to his dad's house. He came home and his dad tried to give him, like, to drop off some bottle of some gummies. And I was like, what are these gummies? They were supposed to be like gummies for sleep. I can't even think of the word. And I was like, well, I don't want him taking something like this, because what happens is whatever your brain is supposed to make to induce sleep, your brain becomes dependent on this. Even on the bottle over-the-counter medication for, like, you know, what he's calling herbal supplements to help your kid calm down or sleep. It says on the bottle, do not take more than X number of days, or you become dependent upon it. It lessens the levels that your brain is supposed to be making. Sometimes certain things are about a chemical imbalance. Your brain might not be producing the right level of hormones, whatever type of hormone it is, to help do whatever you need those hormones are supposed to do. So if it's something that helps to induce sleep, it could be a chemical imbalance where you're not producing enough of it. So you have to be put on medication for it. The doctor's not going to give you the strongest prescription out there. They start you off with a small dose, with the lightest prescription, see how that goes. And if that doesn't work, that's when they ante it up. But they don't just give you the strongest prescription that's out there. A lot of people have insomnia. But when you are first diagnosed with insomnia, you're not given the strongest level medication that's out here that can be prescribed. They start you off with something that's in real small doses, something that's very light, and they base it upon your height, your body weight, and other health factors, other medications you're on. All those things have to be taken in consideration. when they're putting you on something that could be seen as a sedative. Any type of controlled medication. So when it comes to the Adderall, that's like a controlled medication. You can't just go get that over the counter. You can't get something like that over the counter. So a doctor is not going to be quick to just put a child on it if they're not quick to put an adult on it. The fact that he is sitting here as if whenever you go to the doctor, they just going to throw you this strong-ass medication, shove it down your kid's throat. It's like crack, and then that's it. No, that's not how it works. But see, because he's not a licensed physician, he doesn't know that. And if you can't sleep, like with my son, the first thing I said is, listen, we got to start a pattern here. We like bedtime routine. Don't just give my, and guess where the gummies came from? His father listened to his sister. His father's a twin. So he has a twin sister. He listened to his twin sister that told him to order some crap from Amazon. When he dropped that bottle of them gummies off, I said, bring that in here. Because see, I majored in biology pre-med. And I opened the bottle. First thing I smelled, it smelled like a ball of burnt rubber. It smelled like burnt rubber tires. I was like, what kind of nonsense is this? Why would he order something from Amazon to give to my child listening to his damn sister that's not a licensed doctor? She's not a licensed medical physician. Why would you listen to her on that? And why would you try to usurp me as the mother? Your sister don't rush here. I went the hell off. Needless to say, I went off. It smelled like a bottle of burnt rubber. And then to say he got it from Amazon, I threw that whole bottle. First, I poured out the gummies into the Herbie, into the trash. Not the trash can in the house, outside. There's no chance of him getting it out. And I told his father, if you want to come get this, it's inside the Herbie outside. I emptied the bottle and then I threw the bottle out. Crushed the bottle up and then threw the bottle. Don't ever bring that nonsense into my house. And the first thing I did was I scheduled a doctor's appointment. And this was during COVID. So we had a virtual televisit. I scheduled a doctor's appointment. And the same thing I told my kid's father, the doctor confirmed to me. She said, you did the right thing. Now, I don't know what it was. I had taken pictures of it. I showed her the photos. She said, well, if it had a smell to it, it could have been a bad batch. I'm not sure. But we can just put him on a routine and then let him get acclimated to that routine. It sounds like he has some distractions when it's time for him to go to sleep, i.e., is he on a phone or something like that? I said, no, when he comes home, I take their phones. The phones are in my room. Because if they have their phones, they ain't never going to be it. But I don't know what they were doing. They do over there at the dad's house. Now, he and I are supposed to be co-parenting and on one accord with this. And he is listening to his sister ordering my son something from Amazon. I poured that stuff out in the Herbie and crushed the bottle and threw it in the garbage. And then told him, if you order anything from my child ever again, I promise you, I will send all of social services to your house and have you collect it. And I meant that shit. I meant that. Don't sit here and order no nonsense from Amazon to give them to my kids. I don't know what this is. It smells like a bottle of burnt rubber. Then it has a smell to it. No expiration date, no ingredients, no information on the label, nothing. Didn't go through the legal process. What you call it? I can't think of. I'm about to say EPA. No, that's not EPA. The FDA. It was not FDA approved. My mind drew a blank. It was not FDA approved. I have no idea what this is. And I told the doctor that when we did the televisit. She said, no, you don't need to bring him in. Because I was like, I want labs done. I want blood drawn from his body. I need to know if he's got anything weird in him from these stupid gummies. Please tell me. I wanted him to get some blood tests done. You're not going to give my child some nonsense like this when he's got a whole doctor. He has a pediatrician that we have had our kids, go in and get treatment from since the day they were born. My oldest is now 17. He has seen the same doctor since birth. Why in the world would I usurp that? Why would you just not schedule an appointment with the doctor? That's the same thing for all these mothers out here. What do I look like calling somebody like a Umar? When my kid's father tried that nonsense with me, I had to remind him, when it comes to my kids, I will reshift the gravitational pull of this planet. You're not finna see him give my kids some dumb gummies that your sister told you to order from Amazon. That's not FDA approved. It smells like a bottle of burnt rubber. What the hell is wrong with you? And then I said, who gonna check me, boo? What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Okay. And the doctor was like, please do not. She said, just to keep that a peace, you know, I would recommend, if you're gonna get anything, I would recommend just give him like a Flintstone gummy and put him on a routine, you know, melatonin, something like that, maybe. I said, I'm not ready to do that. He's too young. I don't want him to become dependent on things. And so we got him on a bedtime routine. He started going to sleep. I took his phone. I told him, all right, I expect you to go in here, try to get some rest. After 2 or 3 days of not fully sleeping well, guess what? He was so tired. The only thing he could do was fall asleep. He came home from school that week and he went straight to bed every night. No problem. That's how that works. I made him go outside, run around, wear yourself out, did some homework, you get some brain stimulation going, good meal, drink some water, take some multivitamins, take a good hot shower, and would go to bed and sleep. I'll go up there, check on him, make sure he's asleep. He'll be in a snore. I said, why is it that his dad could do the same thing again? You can't make this stuff up. Y'all do not give y'all kid this stuff from these herbal stores and all this stuff. He talking about, Umar sitting here talking about Amazon. Don't order your kid no nonsense from Amazon. You don't know what you're ordering. You don't know what you're getting. Umar is not somebody to listen to. He's an idiot. He does not have a medical degree. Please don't order your kids nothing from Amazon and try to give them something as an alternative to a prescription medication prescribed by a licensed medical physician. And all psychiatrists are licensed medical physicians. Every psychiatrist is a licensed medical physician. A psychologist does not have to be an MD, but a psychiatrist does. And only an MD can prescribe a medication. That's why psychiatrists get to do that. Umar would not be able to do it, even if he had a license and a certification to practice psychology, because he's not an MD. And he's sitting here giving this type of advice that is dangerous. This is what is a violation of state law in Pennsylvania. And this is what makes this nonsense he's doing illegal. This old dumb old Goonie Goon character.
There's a product called Kava. Kava is a product called Comshot. These are herbal concoctions that you put.
She don't. Whenever I try to tell her, she don't get it. She don't try to understand it. She try to get defensive and say, "Oh, ADHD is real." And I did my studies on it. Like you said, it wasn't until 1980 till they added the hyperactive into it just for the meds.
That's right.
Telling me this, and she don't. It don't get her. And I was just calling to try to see what's her insight on it and how I should go about it.
I feel you. I feel you on that. Yeah, if I ever need to talk to your mom, man, just shoot me a text, but she need to get them off them drugs, man. She can go to the herbal store, bro. There's a whole bunch. She can even go to Amazon, but there's a whole bunch of herbal alternatives, man. There's a product called Be Calm. There's a product called Kava. There's a product called Comshot. These are herbal concoctions that you put under the tongue of a child who you believe has hyperactivity problems, and it calms the central nervous system. You know what I mean? There's a lot of natural remedies, bro. She don't need to be using them chemicals. But I'm gonna make the argument that they never had no ADHD anyway, and that the decision to get them
to make the argument with no testing, no assessments, no evaluations, no nothing. He's not licensed. He's not certified, so he can't even do that stuff if he wanted to. Umar probably doesn't even understand what a DSM is. He probably has no idea what that is. Any criteria or requirement that needs to be met to even give that diagnosis. And here he is being misleading to the public, giving false information about something he knows nothing about. Prescriptions. He's never ever been in a position to where he could write a prescription. Never has he been able to do that. This is disgusting what he's doing.
Evaluated and medicated was premature. The decision to get them evaluated and medicated was premature, and your mother
oh my God,
continue this. But she has to do it under the supervision of a psychiatrist, though.
And inform you on something else.
Yeah, undermining his own mother.
Don't have their dad in their life, and that's a big problem too. Their dad, he raised me for about 7-8 years of my life, and then he left around when it was like my little brother was 5 and my little sister was 4 when he left, and they've been dealing with that. He in their life, but he barely feeds them, barely talks to them or anything. And I try to tell my mom, they don't have ADHD, they just have a discipline issue. And they don't have their father in their life. And with me being their big brother, I don't live with them. They live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I live in Savannah. So me being their big brother, I grew up with them. I almost could say I helped raise them. So they a big part of me, even though they're not
almost
my own
could
children,
say
they is a part of me. So it really just it hurt me to see them on.
God, his English is so bad. And I'm saying this because he thinks that, he's not even in the same state as his brother. He's in Georgia, and the kid is in South Carolina, in North Carolina. Like, you're not even in the same state. If he were needed to move back home, would he do that is the question. Like, would he move back to the same state? Let's say he gets a place that's not too far from the mom. If he's grown old enough to live on his own, fine. He's a grown man. But what about living in the same state to be able to continue to be a help and be a part of their life? Did he say he was in college or something? Why is he in Savannah? Because he can't sit here and tell his mom, don't give him this medication, and yet you're not there in person to help her with your siblings, especially with your little brother. You're not there in person to help raise them. You're not even there to help babysit. Your mom wanted a night off. You're not able to just, unless you drive up there for a weekend, you're not just readily available to go and give her a break and babysit. So if you're not there in person and you're not able to really do anything in person, you don't get to dictate how she takes care of her children. That's part of the problem as well. Unfortunately, you're not their dad. I don't know if he will be a good dad. I don't know. But he's not their father. He's their sibling. And if he can't really be much of help physically and be there in person for them, maybe to give her a break. Help, the brother with his homework and tests and projects and things of that nature. If he's not there to really help do any of that, you have to let the mother be mom and let her go to the doctor with her son. If the doctor's recommended medication, this is what has to happen. You're not there to do anything to help ease that. So, yes, Francisca is undermining his mother and her authority as the mother. If he was truly concerned, then my question would be, why aren't you living in the same state?
They don't have their father in their life. And with me being their big brother, I don't live with them. They live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I live in Savannah. So me being their big brother, I grew up with them. I almost could say I helped raise them. So they a big part of me, even though they're not my own children. They is a part of me. So it really just it hurt me to see them on this type of things. And now my mama saying that my little brother, he acting up in school every day. Like he just started middle school. He just started 6th grade maybe 2 months ago. And
exactly, his daughter in the psych ward.
Oh, he acting up in school, this and that, and
I got you, bro. Well, yo, keep up the good work. Tell your mom, Dr. Umar said we got to get them babies off the meds, but she has to do it under the supervision of a psychiatrist in case there's chemical addiction. But you got my number, bro. So just let me know if I ever need to talk to your mom about this. You know what I'm saying? But we need to start.
No, she needs to do it under the supervision of a psychiatrist because that is the kid's doctor. The end. And Umar is not a licensed medical physician. The end. What if something happens and the kid goes berserk and ends up hurting a bunch of kids or a teacher or two at the school? What if that happens? Then what? He's in Savannah Once again, he's not there in person to help rear the child at all. So what if something happens because the kid is not getting the medication that was prescribed? And then the kid goes and acts out. Now the mother is liable because once again, she listened to an idiot and she chose to take this advice that he shouldn't be given. Her son is sitting here trying to tell her what to do from another state. With 2 kids, he's not going out of his way to be there for it physically in person.
Getting them off the meds. Long-term, irreversible side effects, bro. Kill brain cells, mess with your organs.
And his daughter in psych ward.
It could cause psychosis. It could cause sleeping problems, eating problems. Yo, a frontal lobe dysfunction, you know, where it affects with your executive function, ability to walk, to stand, to control your saliva, to urinate. Like, there's a lot of side effects that come from drugs. I don't like it at all. So, yes, you're doing the right thing. Influence your mom to end it. And if she needs some advice, just text me, man. We can get on the 3-way and talk to her.
Okay, yes, sir. That's all I can plan. I'll definitely keep in contact, man. Dr. Umar, keep doing your thing.
Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate you, King. All right now. All right now. One love.
You can't make this up.
Let's go to this next call. We're going to go until 10 o'clock. I'm going to do Instagram tap in a minute.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. And we'll pick up part 4 with that. I did want to show this next video here where he's talking about we're going to get the school ready, y'all.
Peace and Pan-Africanism. This is the Prince.
I don't know if this is an old... Can y'all tell me if this is an old video or not? This is from the lounge. A shout out to the lounge. Is this old? Because this was just recently posted up on her channel. We're going to do part 4 tomorrow. We're going to do part 4 tomorrow. It was probably James Miller. Oh, y'all remember James Miller? He was just such a troll. The trolls, y'all. They never get old. Let's see here. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it either. There's a lot of videos I have not seen. So shout out to the lounge for posting this up. It's like 8 minutes. I really want to see this because I know he has not done anything to this school recently. And if he has, what the hell? How am I missing it? So we're gonna check this out, and then I'll go over some information right quick, and that'll be the end of it, so I can get to bed. But I have to see this because I'm like, there's no way he's in this school still talking about we gonna get it ready.
Peace and Pan-Africanism. This is the Prince. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We still working. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We still working. The work never stops, Africans. The work never stops. It's 11 o'clock on a Friday night. It's 11 o'clock on a Friday night. It's 11 o'clock on a Friday night, and your big brother King Kong consciousness is still here putting in the work. It's 11 o'clock on a Friday night, and your big brother...
What was he doing? What was the work? He didn't have a mop in his hand or a vacuum cleaner or nothing. So what's the work you doing?
King Kong consciousness is still here putting in the work, family. Oh, we got a school to get ready. We're going to get this school ready, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes, our boys deserve it.
And they never get
our girls deserve it. Our community deserve it. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters.
Ready.
We could do all the YouTube videos, all the podcasts, all the lectures, all the books, all the documentaries. But until you build institutions, you're not serious about the solutions. Until you build
the solutions would be to get ceiling tiles, get the mold treated, get permits on file so that you can get vendors in, get contracts signed with them, make sure things being done the right way. Why don't you file your taxes and actually list the expenses? Why don't you tell people exactly how you're spending the money? I mean, there are a lot of solutions. You just don't want to hear it because you just want the money. Umar, the IRS is coming for you.
Institutions, you're not serious about solutions. All that other stuff is all good. It has its place. It has some benefit. But guess what? Until we start building institutions, we ain't serious about no solutions, brothers and sisters. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I'm just going to keep it a buck.
That's what he going to tell the judge in court.
Institutionalize or die, brothers and sisters. Institutionalize or die, brothers and sisters.
He going to tell the judge.
We either going to...
He going to say, Your Honor, unless you're not serious about building institutions, then, you're not serious about the solution. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just have you go ahead and be remanded. Judgment and plaintiff of the state. Y'all can go ahead and have him remanded back to jail. Because we're not doing this. I'm sorry, do you have the $2 million to pay in the taxes that you've never paid? No? Oh, okay. Well, then jail you go. You and Wesley Snipes about to learn a hard lesson the easy way. You kidding me?
Organized and institutionalized. And we ain't gonna die because the Most High expects more from us American
He is
Africans.
unkept.
Caribbean Africans, continental Africans, Central South American Africans,
God.
Canadian Africans, European Africans, Asiatic Africans. Oh yes, Australian Africans. Let's get it done. King Kong, live from Ground Zero, FDMG. We in the building. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. You know how to reach me. 215-989-9858.
Oh God.
Peace and Pan Africa. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Ogun Tade.
Have y'all seen this?
This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Ogun Tade. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Ogun Tade. Coming to you live and direct from Wilmington, Delaware. Coming to you live and direct from Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah, it's like cult-like mentality where you want to repeat it over and over and over again. And that way, all that the brainless cult, the Umartardians, the cult followers are thinking, coming to you from Ifatunde. It's your big brother, Ifatunde. It like they're just repeating what he says mindlessly. No thought or anything behind it. They just put it on auto repeat. Because he's not telling them anything that's intellectually stimulating. What's the school website, Umar? You want to see him talk about, YouTubians, struggle streamers, and all that other nonsense? Don't nobody care about that. What is the link to the school website? We're waiting on the website for the school. You couldn't even start with that. This is how moronic he is. He has no brain. This old Goonie Goon has no brain. Because you would think the first thing he would do is establish a school website. And he has yet to do that. I know you're watching. You Oompa Loompa. It does not kill you to get a domain and to actually establish a school website. So you can't talk mad-ish when the kids will have nowhere to enroll. Where will parents expect to sign up their kids for school? No website. You moron.
Coming to you live and direct from Wilmington, Delaware. Brothers and sisters.
He does look bloated, right?
This is my first time going live. No, this is not the new phone. I'm going live from the FDMG phone. This is not the new phone. I'm going live from the FDMG phone. Brothers and sisters, hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. I saw day 3 of the Democratic National Convention.
Why?
I saw day 3 of the Democratic National Convention. Kamala Harris is Barack Obama 2.0. Unlike many of my fellow American Africans, unlike many of my fellow American Africans who are caught up in the
Why is he saying that backwards intentionally? African American. But yet you can't seem to display some level of intellect to say it the correct way, Umar. American Africans? What the hell? You understand that Africa is a continent, not a country. I don't think he understands that. I'm just going to go on a limb and say he doesn't know that.
Emotionalism of election 2024. I'm not caught up in the emotionalism of election 2024. If it's one thing political science has taught me, you cannot be emotional when making political decisions. You cannot be emotional when conducting political analysis.
Why are you talking so
3
slow?
things came out. 4 things came out very clearly to me in Vice President Harris's lecture. And for my Democratic Party plantation slaves, I am neither pro-Trump nor pro-Harris. I want to be very clear. I am neither pro-Trump nor pro-Harris.
No, he's just pro-money. He wish he could bring in the type of money they bring. You know, with their super PACs and all. That's what he wants. He wants money. He doesn't have a stance on anything. He has no belief, no nothing. He's already did an interview with Nick Cannon where he basically was saying you should put your community over your religion. So never mind if you are spiritual in any manner. Because, you know, polygamy. And now he's sitting here. I know this is old because, I mean, this is, you know, it's got to be what, last year? Year before last year. But you're sitting here and you're not even saying anything about the school. And you still have no job. No income you're earning at all. Why is he talking about this?
Very, very clear.
What's the school website?
I am neither pro-Trump or pro-Harris. Let me make this very, very clear.
He's pro-money.
The reason Vice President Harris gets more attention is because the black bourgeoisie, the coon Illuminati, the untalented 10th, the Negro aristocracy is actively selling Vice President Harris to the American African community. The bourgeoisie, the untalented 10th, the coon Illuminati, the Negro aristocracy is trying to shame American Africans into voting for Vice President Harris. So she's going to get more attention because we already know what the Donald Trump agenda is for African people.
Yeah, okay. I'm so glad. Y'all look at that. Oh my God. What? The lounge, is she trying to make this an adorable moment? Y'all, he doesn't have to be in this at all. These babies are so cute. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh, my goodness. You can't make this up. I would not let this idiot hold my baby. I'm just telling you all this right now. Do not give him your baby. He might drop him. You can't make this up. Oh my God, y'all. These babies are super cute. Okay, that's the end of that video. I can't believe this. He looks mad. I pity the fool making me hold these babies. Y'all don't even look like Mr. T. Except Mr. T grew out his beard. I pity the fool that sat here and let me hold these babies. I pity the fool that thought I was okay with kids. I pity the fool. You can't make this up. I might have mixed them up. Oh, Lord. Y'all, he's got the Mr. T growl, angry man, frowny face on lock. Okay? He is not happy holding these babies at all. He wants to see where are their mothers at. One of them just passed gas on me. He doesn't even take care of his own kids. Let's not forget that, people. Umar does not take care of his own kids. Not at all. He just don't. He don't take care of his own kids. I just want to recall that. His oldest daughter is now in a psych ward. Has he done a video about that or a post? Has anyone seen a video or post from Umar? The Asian kid is having issues though. Listen, I'm having issues, and I'm not even a baby. You can't make this up. Tavares said no. Yep, Mr. T's love child later. Lucky that jibber jabber. Brad Pitt said he didn't want him and stuff. Daddy T. Why did he put these babies in his lap? He don't even like kids. He don't. What's going on, True? He does not like kids. I don't know. This is a new video for me too. This is supposed to be Umar with 3 babies, and I don't know why anybody will put babies around this idiot. No, he won't mention her. So he hasn't done a video or a post about his oldest daughter being in the psych ward right now. We saw yesterday a video of her having what looked like a mental health crisis. She was panting and breathing hard and all of that in the video. And she, ended up having to go to a hospital. And he hasn't said anything about her. Onissa, he has not even mentioned her. He hasn't done a video. He hasn't done a post, nothing. Because if he did, I would have gotten at least 3 or 4 emails. He hasn't said anything. I just wanted to make sure. You can't make this up. So he doesn't care about his own daughter that's actually in the hospital. Y'all, I wanted to play that video. I was not expecting this. Shout out to the lounge though. But I would never put babies in his lap. Even if it's AI generated, I don't even trust him with AI. I don't even trust the AI Umar. Okay. I certainly wouldn't trust the real Umar. AI Umar cannot be trusted to hold these babies. He is not happy. How is the third baby over here being held? Y'all look at this. Because AI is weird. Don't it look like he's got 3 arms? Y'all see, it's an arm over here. Because I'm being nitpicky right now. Yeah, it's an arm over here with this baby. Then you got an arm right here with this baby. And then you got another arm on the other side with this baby. So the AI gave him 3 arms. He's got 3 arms. AI has him with 3 damn arms, y'all. You can't make this sound. We must save the AI babies, y'all. You got to get these babies for him. Umar, the 3-armed monster, is holding babies. He shouldn't be touching them at all. Why are you on our planet with 3 arms? He can't make this stuff. 3 times the donations. Yet none of them work. I know, right? 3 arms and not 1 push-up, Umar. Not 1 push-up. You can't give us 1 push-up. And you got 3 damn arms. Umar, you a bum 3 times over. You can do at least 30% more than the average male with that extra arm, and you still choose to do nothing. You lazy bum. Oh, the struggle stream is trying to take me down. No, you don't have a website for the school, so you can kick rocks. Look out of here. All right, y'all, that's all I got. I just wanted to do this live because I had to finish up the story of the young man that was really needing an attorney about his custody issue. It was like literally in the middle of his of that call between part 1 and part 2. But shout out to Danny's World. Shout out to the lounge for the videos and the information here. So you all know about DSM-5 outlines specific criteria for diagnosing ADHD, requiring symptoms to persist for at least 6 months and to be present in multiple settings. So when you're talking about giving kids medication, Umar, because you're an idiot, you have to show symptoms for at least 6 months to get the diagnosis that would even warrant medication. They know what type of medication that is. They understand the chemical properties of it. They have to evaluate the child's height, weight, diet, if they have any allergies, if there's any other medical histories, is the kid on any other type of medications. They factor all of that in before they even give your child a prescription. And they rely on the parents to give a lot of that medical background. There's certain things that, like my oldest son has a allergy to peanuts. So he can't have anything that would, be processed in a peanut factory. A lot of this stuff is what the doctors would rely on the parents to give, plus testing, blood work, and assessments and evaluations. They don't just give your kid medicine. And you see the symptom requirements here. Children up to 16, at least 6 symptoms of inattention and or hyperactivity, impulsivity must be present. Adolescents 17 years and older, and adults, at least 5 symptoms are required. They don't just throw medicines down their throat. This is a Google search, Umar, you moron. And you want to sit here and talk about somebody, people coming after me. No, you're just stupid. You're giving out false information. You're misleading the public to think that you're licensed and certified to provide any psychoanalysis on anybody's child. You go from some woman needing to take her son off of prescription medication to, oh, go to the herbal store, order something on Amazon. What do you mean, you idiot? But yet you got to fulfill these requirements to even get to that point. They're not just going to give your child medication if the ADHD diagnosis, the criteria is not even strong enough to warrant prescription medication. Each level has a different resolution to it, right? So let's say you're not at DSM-5, but you might be at DSM-3 or 2. Each level has a different recommendation for treatment. You got to be up to 6 symptoms to get to DSM-5. And in case you didn't know, Umar, DSM means Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. And that's the 5th edition. So you might not have, the 5 symptoms you need, but let's say you got 3. They may not deem that to be warranting medication. The treatment plan might not include medication if you've got 3 out of the 6, if you're up to 16. So the idea that, oh, if you take your kid to the doctor, they're just going to give them cocaine. What do you mean? No, they're not. This is coming from a man that don't read, y'all. Umar does not read, because he has no intentions on opening a school ever. You can't make this stuff up. So as always, you guys can always research this information. Let's see. It's on the CDC, the Mental Health Association website. There's so many sources out here, but I'll just put the link for the CDC in the chat. Feel free to research the information yourself. You can read it in a book. Read it off Google, then act like an expert. I actually studied this, but I showed the information for others to see it, as opposed to me just talk about it and show you no facts behind it. If I had to actually show the information, then you wouldn't understand it. Yeah. And put the kids on a diet of chicken nuggets and Seagram's ginger ale. Yeah, stuff he eats. You can't make this up. Umar, if you in my chat, go to bed. You and I, there is no way you could ever offer a rebuttal with me. You can't. You don't have the brain power. On your best day and my worst, you still wouldn't be able to compute. Come on now. If I didn't put up any information, then what? All right, y'all. That's all I got. It's 1:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to get to bed, but I thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you all. Thank you for the support. And to all those playing the replay, just put it on 1.5 speed and tell the Umar Tardians to kick rocks because we laugh at them. All right. And I will be back on tomorrow to finish up part 4. And I will see you all then. So you guys have a great evening. And until the next Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.